Welcome to Stories with Dice. This is the Sword Campaign, a Pendragon actual play podcast using the 6th edition starter set from Chaosium. If you're enjoying our actual plays, please subscribe to Stories with Dice so you'll never miss an episode. Don't forget to rate and review us. It really helps others discover the podcast. Follow us on social media to stay updated, share your thoughts, and join the conversation. You'll find the relevant links in the description of each episode. Last time on the Sword Campaign, through the power of an ancient ley line opened by a mysterious woman claiming to be a student of Merlin, Sir Ian and Sir Hystalwyn accomplished the impossible. They arrived at the Boy King's encampment in mere hours, a journey that should have taken a week. Yet their success was overshadowed by an unsettling mystery. Sir Caradoc, the first to step into the ley line, never emerged on the other side. After delivering their report to King Arthur on the results of their diplomatic mission to secure alliances with foreign courts, our 2 Salisbury knights reunited with their count. But tensions flared during a heated exchange with Sir Blaines of Silchester, hinting at deeper divides within Arthur's ranks. As the army marched toward County Lambor, Sir Ian and Sir Hystalwyn bolstered the spirits of the young, freshly drafted foot soldiers, barely more than boys, helping them summon courage for the battle ahead. At Lambor, the army waited for reinforcements from King Leodegrance, but news of King Lot's forces clashing with Arthur's scouts near Bedegraine Castle forced the Boy King's hand. Arthur could wait no longer. He called his banners to muster, and the bloody Battle of Bedegraine began. The fight was brutal. Many of Arthur's knights lost their horses, including our Salisbury knights. The young, untested foot soldiers, filled with courage but lacking in experience, were slaughtered in waves, their bravery undone by the ferocity of Pictish warriors. When we last left our 2 Salisbury knights, Sir Hystalwyn had sent an Irish kern back to the gods. But the battle was far from over. And we're back. I'm joined, as always, by Ed playing Sir Ian.
Good day, or good evening, or good afternoon, I don't know.
And Pete playing Sir Hystalwyn.
Right.
And once again, our other player, Tony, who plays Sir Caradoc, is AWOL. He decided to work instead of play a role-playing game with his pals. So,
honestly,
he's off my Christmas list. We're in the middle of the Battle of Bedegraine. It has been a gruesome fight so far. So we open up on battle turn 4. So you've pushed your way back to the front lines after you dealt with the Irish kerns. Once again, you're facing Pictish warriors. You've got spearmen on one side of you, and you've got those javeliners on the other. Now I'm going to roll the intensity. And so the main encounter will be the spearmen. If I fail this roll, you make a battle roll to decide to see if you can choose the encounter instead. And I have succeeded. Okay, so what is your posture, Ed?
I guess we're rushing in, aren't we, from killing the Irish kerns? So
yes, and that was reckless. You were being reckless at that point. Yep.
I think they've got spears and stuff, so I'm a little weary because I know that's just a standard valorous.
Okay, and what is your morale at this point?
Our morale currently is 10.
Okay, the minimum morale here is 8, so good. So you're fighting valorously. So check your valorous traits if you haven't already checked them. So these 2 picks that are in front of you that you're engaged with, they're going to fight a reckless attack.
Okay.
So that gives them a +5 bonus. Because of that, neither they or you can apply shield or parry protection under any circumstances. So you lose the shield protection.
In that case. So would I know that that's what they're going to do? Should I make a battle roll to determine whether or not they're going to...
Sure, give me a battle roll, yeah.
Because I feel that otherwise I might be cheating a little. Let's make a battle roll to decide whether or not I know what they're going to do. So I need a 10. I got 11. So no.
Yeah, so you're not really privy to the way they're moving toward you with their weapons.
In which case, shield and sword.
Regular rolled attack. Okay.
Regular rolled attack. That's
all right.
what I'm going to do. Otherwise, I would have defended. This is going to be fun. So you get a plus 10.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh, okay.
Yep. Ouch.
That's a success.
Okay. Well, I am at -5. So I need a 9. I got a 16.
Right. It also gives them a plus 2d6 damage.
It does indeed. It's going to go badly.
So the damage, that's 15, and then add 8 to that.
13 damage I take. It's not a major wound, and it's not knocked down either.
Okay. All right. So so this pick recklessly bandies forward with his two-handed spear and jabs it right into you, right past your shield, smashing into your shoulder. The other one, that is also a success.
I fail. So that's 10 damage to me.
20, yep. Okay. So as the other shield hits your shoulder, the second pick with his two-handed spear jabs you into your side.
That is below my unconscious rating.
Okay. So you have fallen unconscious. Oh, Sir Hystalwyn.
There's a chance we might both be waking up in the enemy camp then.
Yes. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I'm not going to be as cruel with you because I feel like I've been battering you this whole campaign. And this is the first time Ed has been knocked unconscious. So you're just getting a straight up attack. Okay. So these two spearmen failed against you. You failed against one and hit with a critical against the second. So you're adding 4d6 to your damage on him.
All right, so that's 31 in total.
Oh, so yeah. Please describe to me how you end this man's life.
Yeah, the first guy comes in at me and I just waft at it. And the other one wasn't expecting me to be there, so it's just a lunge forward with the blade straight through the chest cavity.
Yeah, and these guys aren't wearing any armor, so your sword just goes right through his chest and out the back, and he slides off your blade and lands on the ground. Sir Hystalwyn, give me a battle roll.
Not my best skill, but we'll give it a go.
You know what? I'll say you can also give me, you can choose. You can give me awareness.
Well, I've rolled battle now.
Okay.
It didn't fail by much.
Yep. So you're way too busy to notice that the picks are dragging Sir Ian away.
No!
The one picked who is still remaining has failed his valorous trait, and he starts fleeing from you. What do you want to do?
Right, so I still haven't seen anything else. I'll actually pursue him.
Okay, so roll your movement. Give me a move roll.
Success.
Okay, but his success is higher than yours, so he actually gets away.
Yeah. Well, he's not wearing armor. Yeah.
Right. Yes, exactly. Now, as you lose the chase, that is when you see these two other picks carrying Sir Ian off the battlefield.
I will look to intervene if possible.
If you have a thrown weapon, you can use that, or it'll be down to opposed move rolls.
I think I'm going to carry on my running after him. I'll try and move again.
Okay. And I'm going to give them a negative modifier because they're carrying. What's your size, Sir Ian?
Size is 15.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say they have a -10.
They still got a success.
Well, let's see what the other guy gets. One of them might fail and drop Sir Ian.
No.
Nope. Okay.
No, they're well practiced at this maneuver.
So, Sir Hystalwyn, you're chasing them across the battlefield, and you've lost sight of them through the masses of men that are fighting one another. So you are now alone on the battlefield. So you can seek out your former convoy, which would be Sir Ian. You have to make an unopposed recognize roll, and a success indicates that you find him in the crowd. Or you can attempt to sort of rally a new convoy together, or you can retire to the rear. Those are the three things you can do.
Think I might retire to the rear. I'll just have a quick roll on my traits. Well, yes, win on the side of prudence and a win on the side of reckless. I'm torn, but higher roll was reckless. So yeah, I'll further wander into the melee and try and see if I can spot my compatriot.
Okay, so we're now in battle turn 5, which is the final battle turn of the day. The sun is going down. There's lots of moaning of wounded men on the battlefield. Squires are dragging their wounded knights off the field. You're wandering through dust and mist coming in from the forest and men everywhere that are hacking at one another, and you're moving through them. And up ahead, you've spotted Sir Ian. These picks are over him, and also, much to your surprise, or not, depending on how you feel, about Sir Blaine's. He is there with 2 of his bodyguards. And it looks like Sir Blaine's might be paying these people.
Fucker.
Well, I mean, if he's paying the ransom, then my friend will root back, but I'm sure he won't like it being in debt to Sir Blaine's.
So what posture are you gonna take, Sir Hystalwyn?
It's difficult. Well, yeah, you see, I know Sir Ian is now going to be returned to safety. It's just his.
I love the way you think that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm assuming, is that you're going to be made to be in debt to Sir Blaine's. He's going to have that hold upon you. I'll see that as fate effectively in play. The one thing I was aiming for is to get my companion back. As far as I can see, he is going to come back just with a debt, which he's going to absolutely hate, but it's probably fate and he's going to have to work it out. So yeah, on seeing that, I will probably see my way clear to exiting the battlefield.
Okay, so you retire to the rear. The first day of the Battle of Bedegraine has concluded, and as the sun goes down and Sir Hystalwyn retreats to the rear and Sir Blaine's has paid off the picks for Sir Ian's capture, King Arthur orders a halt and an orderly retreat, and Lot's forces also retreat for the evening. And so, Sir Ian, you come to in a tent. Sir Blaine's smiling face sneering at you. He's got a shurgan tending to your wound. So now, do you have a major wound?
I've got no major, just a bunch of minor wounds. I've got 3 minor wounds.
So for your first minor wound, it is a success.
Okay. Let me heal that part. Okay, I've still got a minor wound.
And that is a critical success.
Okay, so that's my 8 for the second one. So that's my last one.
Just a regular success.
So that leaves me with 3 minor wounds, 2 at 2 and 1 at 9.
Okay, and they're all treated.
But they're obviously still around. Just have to naturally heal that. So I'm feeling very bruised and battered. Not feeling happy.
This is like late at night. You've come to, and Sir Blaine's just sort of sitting and leaning over you while his shurgans are working on you and applying first aid to your wounds. And he says to you, "I'd like you to know that your ransom was only a few coins."
Are you telling me that you paid my ransom?
I did.
So I'm going to make a hospitality roll.
Okay.
Which I fail. I kind of look at him and roll my eyes. I am grateful for that.
I believe the words you are looking for, Sir Ian, is, "I am in your debt, Sir Blaine's. Thank you for saving my life."
Sure. I am in your debt, Sir Blaine's. Thank you for saving my life.
I will send you back to your count. I believe your comrade Sir Hystalwyn survived, though you'll be happy to know that he retreated to the rear when he realized you were captured. Are you sure you trust these men of yours?
Yes, I suppose I do.
You trust your life with a man who will tuck tail and run at the first sign of trouble?
No, I shall have words with him.
I tell you, you cannot trust these pagans. Us Christians must stick together.
You won't get much of an argument from me there.
Well, that is good to hear. I may call upon your good Christian virtue one day to repay this debt that you owe me.
Can I just pay you back?
Don't be so silly. Some things are more valuable to me than coin. My men will see you safely to your to your tent.
Thank you,
Good luck to you.
my lord. I say through gritted teeth.
Yeah, he smiles when he hears you say that. So the two of his bodyguards take you back to your tent, and there you see Sir Hystalwyn sleeping the night away.
I'm going to basically kick him as soon as I get there. A proper boot in the side.
You're looking better, Sir Ian.
Thanks for that. I hear you. You ran off.
Oh, I made my way from the field once I saw you were safely in the hands of Sir Blaine's.
Yeah, thanks for that. Now I owe him.
I wasn't going to argue with him on the field. Otherwise, we might have both been owing to him.
That's a fair point.
And maybe we could turn this to our favour.
How would I do that?
Well, he believes he has a hold over you.
Well, he does.
But maybe that could be an advantage.
The rights of station and hospitality means that I must repay my debt to him, depending on what he wishes me to do. As long as, of course, it doesn't counteract my loyalty to the Count and King.
If he does ask you something, it will be revealing.
Yes, I have a horrible feeling. It's something that I'm not going to particularly like to do. But I am more or less well. Other than these scrapes. Ow, this hurts. Kind of like holding sort of like parts of my elbow and maybe sort of like moving my arms around. I've got bruising and stuff down my side of my face and along my arm.
Well, your belly's not punctured. And as he say this, I'm pouring out a flagon of wine for him.
It's true, in which case it will not leak all over the place.
Drink to your safe return.
And I'll probably want to have a few drugs to commiserate being saved by Sir Blaine's.
Yeah, so you have a couple of drinks with Sir Hystalwyn and then retire for the evening. And, you wake up in the morning and prepare for the next day of battle. And so we open in the aftermath of the previous day's carnage. What remains of Arthur's horsemen line up in the shadow of their fallen comrades. The camera lingers on their faces, worn, bloodied, their eyes hollow with fatigue. And King Arthur stands among them with Sir Brastias at his side. The camera pulls back to reveal a ridgeline where Arthur's footmen move into position, while the remaining knights on horseback, too few in number, are interspersed between them. The camera sweeps across the field as Lot's forces take shape in the distance, like a gathering storm. His footmen keep to the rear this time, with archers forming lines behind the cavalry. Arthur surveys the battlefield, his hand gripping Excalibur's hilt. He turns to Sir Brastias, giving a single, firm command. The old knight rides along the line, his voice steady as he passes Arthur's orders. There will be no charge today. You must stand firm on the ridgeline and receive the enemy's charge. The shrill sound of war cries splits the silence like a thunderclap. As a barrage of arrows rain down upon Arthur's forces, the deadly tips whistling through the air. Then the ground trembles beneath the pounding hooves of King Lot's cavalry charge, closing in fast as the archers' assault continues, hammering your ranks before the cavalry closes in. So the intensity for this battle is 18, and we've already determined your morale, which is 50.
So we're not on horseback then, I take it. We're going to be on that.
You are not on horseback, that is correct.
How to receive a charge, I guess, with spears.
So I've succeeded in the intensity. So the first thing we are going to do is you are going to roll battle to determine how many rounds of archer fire you receive before the cavalry arrives. You won't be able to engage in the archers because they're too far away, and you're holding the line.
Just a straight battle roll? Any bonuses or anything? Just
no bonuses, unless you want to invoke a passion.
No. I succeed.
You succeed. Okay. So 1 round of archery fire.
I assume the normal thing that you do is zigzag, but obviously we're holding our place, so we don't zigzag anywhere, do we?
No. They get an unopposed missile attack against you for 1 round, and your kite shields impose a -10 penalty to their weapon skill. Okay, let's see here. So the two archers firing upon Sir Ian miss, and the two attacking Sir Hystalwyn also miss. So that is the end of battle turn 1. So your storm of arrows rains down on you. Sir Ian, your shield is porcupined with arrows. The ground around you's got arrows sticking out of it near your feet. Sir Hystalwyn, your shield has arrows in it. And then the cavalry charge has arrived. And you lose 1 morale.
Okay, we're down to 14.
You've got Knights of Lothian charging at you. And you also have Knights of Cornwall charging at you. So let me make my intensity roll here. And I succeeded. So it is the Knights of Lothian.
Oh, okay.
So what is your posture?
So it's going to be valorous. And I'm going to set my spear with my shield to prepare against the charge that's about to happen.
Oh, you're setting your spear. Wonderful.
So set spear action as a purpose of countering a declared or potential charge attack. So it's aimed at the opponent of the mount. The spear may be wielded one-handed if you want to use a shield for protection. Or alternatively, we can drop the shield and hold it two-handed to get an extra plus 2d6 damage. Yeah, so it's my spear skill versus the opponent's action.
Their spears are couched, so they get a +5 bonus. So couched is like they're tucked under their arm.
Yeah.
You know? Yep.
So it kind of, the set spear thing means that we counter out that. So it's just a straightforward roll.
Okay, cool.
So it's just a straight roll. For me, I need a 12. I get a 6.
No.
So it's a success.
Okay, so you have a partial success. They have a success. So you can use your shield to deduct from that damage.
Okay, so I take 1 damage.
And then roll
when I roll your
spear damage.
My spear. So did you want to randomly check which way I go, whether I hit the horse or I hit the person? I mean, what would you like me to do?
Let's see, what does it say here?
It is an angle aimed at the opponent or their mount. Okay, so I get to pick.
So you pick, yeah.
It makes sense to do it to the mount because you're going to stop that mount in its tracks. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So here's the roll.
Sir Ian is a horse killer.
27 damage. I have no idea if that's a major wound to a horse.
Yeah, so he's down to 28 from 55.
So the guy, the rider has to make a roll to obviously control.
He's going to make a horsemanship roll.
Et cetera.
Okay. So he's lost control of his horse, and then he makes a successful emergency dismount. So he is now on his feet. The second Knight of Lothian. Oh, that is a failure.
So I needed a 7. I got a critical. I whipped the spear out. I'll go for the guy rather than the horse.
Okay. Yeah.
So 29 damage. No, 30 damage to the guy.
Tell me how you kill this guy.
Okay, right. So I guess, so I've hit the horse. I've whirled around and I just see this flash of horse and person. I just jab upwards and I catch him underneath his armpit as it goes into his chest.
Yep. And you just lift him right off the horse with your spear.
Right off the horse, and I lose my spear as him and him just crash into the hooves of the next horse that's running past.
Excellent.
I'm standing there like with my shield up, now grasping for my sword.
Sir Hystalwyn, what action are you taking? Are you setting your spear as well?
No, I've sword and shield, trusty. I'm going to try and sort of dodge and weave and see if I can use my sword to catch them on the way through and avoid as much as I can.
Okay. So so the contest is your movement versus the opponent's action. So first knight has a success.
Movement, critical.
And that is a critical. So you tuck and roll and avoid any damage. You do not inflict any damage on your opponent, and you begin the next round ready to attack. Okay, yeah. So this guy charges after you. He's got his spear out, and you deftly move out of the way as he just rides right past you. His spear gets nowhere near you. The second knight who's charging after you, ooh, that's a critical.
All right. And I'm do the same. roll.
Wait, Marco, once you dodge as an act, that roll is for everyone that attacked you. It just means you can't attack this round.
Okay. Thank you.
Still going to get hit because it's a critical against a critical, isn't it?
No, they avoid any damage this round.
See, folks, we're still learning the game. Sir Ian, it is back to you. You are facing the dehorsed Knight of Lothian.
Guess we're going to go toe-to-toe with a Knight of Lothian. Probably saying something like, King Lot is a dirty, dirty scumbag, and we're just going to fight regularly. I needed a 14, and I got a 3.
And what are you using? A sword?
My sword and shield.
So you got a partial success. He got a success on his sword. So you can use your shield.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing. The damage is 16.
All right. I don't take any damage.
All right. So he just batters the hell out of your shield with his sword as you come in underneath with yours.
That sounds like a good plan. As I come in underneath my sword, I give him a good jab for 21 damage.
So that is, let's see, that is not a major wound. It is not a knockdown. All right. Sir Hystalwyn, these horses have now come around for another attack. They don't have enough runway to do a mounted charge, so they're just attacking from their mounts with their spears. So because you're on foot, they get a +5. What is your action?
I'm going to try and dodge their attacks again, frustrate them.
Okay, so that's a success. So you're frustrating the hell out of these knights as you're dodging back and forth as they're trying to attack you with their spears. And this was a valorous posture, so that is the end of the second battle turn. So you're now several hours into the second day of this battle. King Leodegrance has not arrived. You've just survived the cavalry of Lot's forces, and now you've got Saxon warriors or northern prickers. So northern prickers hail from the lands around Hadrian's Wall. These rough men, while they may be the best armed men of their remote dales, they are certainly no match for southern knights. And we all, of course, know that the Saxons are fierce, seasoned, armored warriors. So you will face the northern prickers if I succeed in my intensity, which I do. Northern prickers it is. I love that name, by the way.
Yes. But the Saxons, we hate the Saxons.
I know you hate the Saxons.
Damn it. What do they look like?
They're wearing mail armor. They have those arm shields, the shields that attach directly to the arm. And they have maces. And they're on foot. They're usually mounted on ponies, but they must have lost their animals in the battle. So what is your posture?
I guess it's still going to be valorous is the kind of like the standard. I don't see any reason, Pete, to do anything different.
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. So that's 2 combat rounds. What is your action?
I'm going to go toe-to-toe with one of them, I suppose.
Straight up attack?
Straight up attack.
Okay. So you have a 7.
Yep. Need a 14.
They have a mace. They need a 13.
Mace does not sound nice.
He has a 9, so you have a 7. So you have a partial success. You trade blows. His mace dents your shield. You feel it. You feel it in your arm, the strength of that blow, and then you just give him one in return with your sword. It knocks him right on his back. Sir Hystalwyn.
Yeah, I'll do a normal attack. See if I can get the measure of this chap.
Okay, he does the same. So I have a 9. You have a 4. So you have a partial success. He has a success. So that means you can use your shield. So the damage for you is 19 because he has a +1 to his damage.
All right. So that's another 3 damage.
His feet sort of dig into the ground a little bit as you wail on him with your sword, and his mace just bangs against your shield as well. The second round of this combat, Sir Ian, what are you doing now? You've got this guy on the ground.
I'm attacking while he's prone on the ground. I get a bonus for attacking while he's prone?
I'm going to say you do. Give yourself a +5.
Okay. That's a critical. I need a 19, and I rolled a 19.
Okay, so he's actually like trying to roll on the ground away from you. So let me roll his move here. And I'm going to give him a -5. So he's got that Targ shield on his arm, and, you hit that as he's like trying to roll out of your way. And he's actually crying, "Mercy, mercy, mercy, sword, mercy."
Well, if he says that, I'll probably stop him.
Sir Hystalwyn.
Yeah, I'll go a second round with this chap.
Okay, so you both failed. So you're just wailing away at each other, just banging the hell out of your shields. Clang, 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 clang. Your arm is really sore, and your forearm is probably going to be bruised. As this battle turn comes to a close, and the man who cried for mercy, you let him go, so he gets up and he runs. You can see that Count Sanem of Bedegraine, his forces are retreating, exposing the right flank of King Lot's army. So the tide is starting to turn in your favor. And as we enter battle turn 4, it is now like the late afternoon. This battle has been raging all day. A cry goes up onto your flank. "Leo de Grance has come! Leo de Grance has come!" And you can see these fresh knights bursting from the cover of a nearby wood. You are now going to face...
do we get to have a squire action?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. At the end of every battle turn, you can do a squire action.
Cool. Well, I'm going to... What's the chance of getting a horse?
The chance of getting a horse is going to be slim.
Well, okay, in which case I will not ask for a horse, but I will ask for first aid, because I've taken a minor wound last time. So
okay, so roll your squire skill.
Go on, Felix. Oh, damn you, Felix. He failed.
Yeah, so you're like, Felix. He's nowhere to be found.
Son of a... Okay.
Sir Hystalwyn, do you want to call for your squire as well?
Yeah, I'll get him to... I've still got the head of one of those arrows stuck in me mail, and it's digging into me, so I'll get him to try and pull that out.
Okay, yeah. So it says here, it doesn't list first aid as one of the things you can do in the mass battle rules, but I'm just going to say it's fine.
Is that something you'd have to do if you went to the rear?
I think so.
Okay, that's fine.
So, Sir Hystalwyn, you can restore whatever your healing rate is. So Neb arrives, and he quickly, very, very quickly cleans the wound, bandages you up, and you are set to go for the next few hours at least. Okay. For this battle turn, as you press deeper into the fray, you spot Saxon warriors surging forward with shields and swords. Their war cries mingle with the clash of steel all around you. To your left, a group of knights of gore, clad in dark, blood-streaked armor, ride into the chaos, their banners snapping in the wind like harbingers of death. The ground beneath your feet is slick with mud and blood, and the cacophony of battle swells. So I've succeeded in the intensity roll, and that means you will now face Saxon warriors. So, point of order, we forgot to do the morale loss for the previous battle turns. So, you lost 8 morale in your fight against the Knights of Lothian, and 3 in your fight with the Northern Prickers. So your current morale is 9, just 1 above what you need to take on the Saxons. You can use a passion because it's the second day. So if you want to use a passion, you want to use those hate Saxon passions, you are...
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Here at Stories with Dice, we don't endorse actually hating anyone, but, it is a game. So there you go.
Yeah, we do.
It's all in good fun.
Except for Saxon.
Except for Saxon.
so,
damn it, you made me say it.
No. Yeah, okay. I succeeded in my hate Saxons.
Okay, so you will get a +5. Hystalwyn, do you have a hate Saxons passion?
I do.
Do you want to use it?
I think I'll save that for the moment.
Well, I'm going to have to see whether I'm going to go into this recklessly or not. Yeah, I'm going in recklessly.
Yeah, it makes sense. You despise the Saxons.
I don't like them much.
Didn't they kill someone in your family or something?
Yeah, we've had a quite a few number of setties in our family. So yeah, okay, I'm going in reckless.
So the two of you will fight the Saxons for 3 combat rounds. Sir Ian, these two Saxons that are attacking you, they're going to attack you recklessly.
We're both recklessly attacking each other. Okay.
So that means that you can't use your shield protection if you get a partial success.
I need a 19 and I fumbled with a 20.
Oh,
no, wait.
No.
I forgot to use my passion.
Okay, roll it again.
So that would actually be a plus 10. So that would have succeeded. Let me just roll my dots. Plus 10. So I succeeded. I got an 11.
He needs a 19 and he got a 6. So he has a partial success. You have a success.
15 damage from me. Oh, wait. Recklessly, so I get plus 2d6. 15 plus 6.
The damage is 21, you said?
Yep, 21.
Okay, so minus his armor, so it's 16. So that is a major wound. It's also a knockdown. Falls flat on his back. However, before he does that, he does deal some serious damage against you.
Ouch. So minus 10, so that's 15. Oh, that's on my knockdown.
Give us your dex roll.
Still a minor roll, but my dex. I need a 16. I rolled 4. I stand up. I do not go down. But, well, actually, no. I've just got underneath my unconscious rating. I am down on the floor. I'm under 9. I'm unconscious. They both go down.
You've both knocked each other senseless, and you're both prone.
He's probably hit me around the head or something, and I'm just like out. I've got blood coming down the side of my face. It's still a minor wound, but I've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minor wounds there.
My goodness. So this other guy could essentially kill you.
Yeah.
But I don't want him to kill you.
That's the way it goes. Let's hope he doesn't. Guess it's the same time, so I presume I still roll.
That's true, I suppose, right? It's all simultaneous.
Sablane's anywhere nearby.
Stop that.
Sir Blaine saves your life once again.
So I still add my bonuses, right?
Yeah.
Because it's still the same. Okay.
Yes.
So, thank God, hopefully. So I needed 20. I got an 8.
Okay, so he has a partial success. You have a success. Once again. Out.
So you did 14. Okay. I do 22 plus 2d6. 22 plus 9. 31 damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you've killed him. So this must have been one hell of a sight. Sir Ian fighting 2 Saxon warriors and in a single blow kills one of them, knocks the other one flat on his back, and then collapses.
Yes. After being hit multiple times around the head and in the chest, but still with no major wounds. But I'm at -9, so I'm going to find out what happens to you.
Okay, so Sir Hystalwyn, while he's doing that.
Well, I've been charging in with the convoy in the spirit of recklessness, but the fact there's 2 of them, I'm going to try and dodge.
You're going to dodge, okay.
As it worked successfully last time. I probably don't. Do I get the reckless bonus to me move roll? Or
yes.
You do? All right.
So that's a success. You have succeeded. Yeah, okay. So these guys, you're just too quick on your feet, and they're swinging their swords, and you're just dancing around them, making them feel foolish and pissing them off.
Yeah, it's a bit like a bullfight. Our closing speed was that high that all I had to do was dodge, and we went past each other.
Exactly. And you guys chose a reckless posture, right? So that was just one round. You got 2 more to go. Well, he's still reading. Let's do the next one, Sir Hystalwyn.
You guys go for it.
Yeah.
They're still coming in out. Yeah, this is, yeah. I think
this might be where the campaign ends, folks.
Yeah. I'll try and stay on my feet again.
Another 2. He's got a success. Are you doing dodge again?
Yeah.
Okay. There's also no shame in retreating. Okay, yeah. So once
I'm not
again,
retreating yet because I'm not sure what's happened to Sir Ian.
Right. So once again, you're dancing around them, and they're banging their swords against their shields as they're coming around again for another another blow. Why don't you can choose to either give me an awareness or a battle roll.
Yeah, I'll go for an awareness.
Okay.
No, I'm too busy trying to avoid getting hit.
What have you learned, Sir Ian?
Okay, so I have suffered a mortal wound.
No.
Damage from a single blow that is greater than or equal to the total hit points left, which kills the character. This is a horrible injury, a cracked skull, severed artery, punctured internal organs, or even a hacked-off limb, if the Game Master so desires. The character is unconscious and incapacitated. However, they may still survive if certain things are met. Someone must successfully apply a first aid within 1 hour or the character dies.
Okay.
And even then, recovery is doubtful. First aid must restore enough lost hit points to give the character at least 1 hit point above 0. I'm at -9, which means you cannot do that because the maximum I can recover is 8. So I'm afraid to tell you that Sir Ian is dead.
Perhaps. It looks that way. It looks that way.
Some of the thing.
It looks that way.
If I am so restored, I will suffer 3 rolls from the characteristic loss to determine what permanent effects my mortal wound has.
Okay.
So that is it. So,
Okay. We have one more round to go with Sir Hystalwyn. Are you going to dodge again, Sir Hystalwyn?
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on here. I can't see anybody in my peripheral vision. So,
Okay. So you successfully keep dancing around the Saxons, making them feel really foolish. Honestly, they're pretty frustrated they couldn't land a blow on you, but they press ahead, pushing deeper into the melee, and the tide of battle shifts, and suddenly you find yourself in a brief moment of calm amid the chaos. And you see Sir Ian lying on the battlefield. He's covered in blood. Most of it, clearly, is his. His armor is battered, scarred with deep gashes, and his body lies limp. Nearby, the bodies of 2 dead Saxon warriors lie sprawled in the dirt. It looks like he took them out before he fell. So the round has ended. Do you want to make a call, Squire action?
my call, Squire, would be to aid me in removing him from the battlefield.
Okay, so go ahead and make your Squire skill roll for me, please. Great. You call out for Neb, and soon you see him stomping across the bloody ground, stepping over bodies as he rushes to reach you. Together, the two of you lift Sir Ian and carry him away from the fighting, retreating to the rear for the final battle turn. As you go, your voice rises, calling for healers, for Merlin, for anyone who might save your friend's life. At the rear, you find the surgeon's tent. While they work desperately inside to tend to Sir Ian, you pace anxiously outside, each hour dragging on like an eternity. A sudden cheer breaks out. A soldier rushes past and shouts that King Lot's men are retreating. Then, the surgeons step outside, their faces grim. One speaks with a heavy voice. "We did all we could for Sir Ian, but I'm afraid he will not last the night. The Battle of Bedegraine has ended." And you remember the whistle that Bledwin gave you, the one you could have used to call for aid during the battle. The thought weighs heavy on your mind. Had you blown it, maybe with the help of the wolves, the tide might have turned sooner, and Sir Ian, along with so many others, might still be standing. For you, victory tastes bitter, and the cost feels too high.